seem to have picked up a passenger. I'm really pleased to see that one today, because we've seen about 2 or 3 go into the water here. I think they get disorientated in the bad visibility, or they're blown out to sea or whatever, and then they see a boat and they come past, and it's sad because they're sort of desperately trying to stay in the air and they're not brave enough to land on the boat, so they fall into the sea, which is always sad. But this one has made straight for the cover, so I hope we're going to take him to land. And this is what the boat is like when the wind dies. We have both sails up, but this morning we had a northeasterly force 4, which was perfect, and we got south of Portland Bill and the wind did a 180, and suddenly it was pretty much out of the southwest. Since then we've had to motor. We're against the tide at the moment, doing about 4.5 knots. We've got 3 hours of foul tide remaining. The wind seems to be coming back to us on the beam, and if it did that it would be pretty sweet. And I've got a good feeling about it, don't know why. So come on, force 4 on the beam to get us the 30 or so miles across Lyme Bay into Brixham. Good plan. The lovely fair breeze that had helped us out of Poole Harbour stayed with us until our point of no return south of Portland Bill, where it switched off and left us becalmed. The visibility dropped and it became hard to distinguish where the sky finished and the sea started. My optimism for a return of the breeze proved to be unfounded, and we carried on like this all the way across Lyme Bay. But fortunately the birds became braver and kept us well entertained.
We have 4 passengers with us. 1 swallow, 2 larks I think, and 1 something else unrecognized.
You just stay here, mate. You just stay here.
One on the drift, beside the drift.
What are you up to, son? You're not really shy, are you? Stay on. We are going to land. You can come with us. You can stay on too. We're going to land, so you can stay.
Big bald bird from Poland.
Yeah. Big old goony bird.
Goonie. What's goonie?
Life is indeed all about choices. And right now I am so grateful to have made the choice not to have an address on land, not to be locked down, and still free to make the choice that has inspired these videos. Well, after a lovely walk through Brixham and then up the hill through the little lanes, we turned off into the forest and walked up the path towards Berry Head. And at the top here, a nice little view over Lyme Bay. We saw a few people on our hike around Berry Head, but most, it seemed, would rather have jumped off the cliff than be within 2 metres of us, so we carried on and minded our own business, as indeed did the fishermen, taking advantage of the lovely calm day. That's obviously where we are, on the head. You click on that on there, that's Britannia Royal Naval College, that's at the River Dart, seen that, so you can't be flying around there. This one here is a prison, so for obvious reasons you can't be flying around there. And then that there, rifle range. Well, I'm sure if you flew around there, someone would shoot you out the sky. So that looks like it's a green on go, go, go.
Awesome.
Yeah, I hope it was alright, but I was just nervous the whole time. Totally nervous about updrafts from the cliff, dropping it into the sea. The blooming big seagulls over there that were a bit interested in it at first. It's been a week or 10 days since I've flown it though, hasn't it? And I've become a bit nervous again. But a successful flight is one where we get to put it back in the box. So that is a successful flight. Woo! Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. Slippery slopes. I'm coming. I'm coming. All good.
Found a perfect little hidey hole in here.
We have a hidey hole.
Yeah.
Overlooking fabulous bay.
Come and have a look at the seat of the view.
Hi.
Not this view. That view.
Brixham Bay or Harbour.
You've got to do that again then, haven't you?
No. It's raining a little and we are looking for the rainbow. The rainbow is there, but you can't see it. However, the dinner is right here.
Pickled chilies. Oh yes. The Brixham Harbour of Lights sign was indeed switched on, but pretty much everything else in the town was switched off, and the penalty for flouting lockdown rules was clear, if, of course, you get caught.
Survived gale 8.
Here we are, after a gale 8 down at Brixham Harbour. We moved Altor down right in here, close to the breakwater. We were previously right out by the breaking rocks in the background, but a local said it would get pretty rough and pretty uncomfortable. We came right in here and had quite a nice peaceful night. And here she is, nice and safe and sound. And we are going to celebrate by having fish and chips and a beer. The only problem is, Asha says she wants some of my beer, and I don't like sharing beer. But I might do what I'm told, I'm not sure yet. So Miss Krasuska, what can you tell me about the gale last night?
I don't know, I slept through the night.
Altor of Down survived the storm, tucked into the breakwater right here.
I think it wasn't swinging as much as usual even.
No, we were pretty good in here, tucked away there. Well, we were previously right over near those rocks that was making me fairly nervous, but we tucked in here, did pretty well. It rained and rained and rained today, so we've only just come ashore for fish and chips and to have a little view. That's a good ship Altor on here. Now that's where we were moored, just behind that ketch there. It's calmed down a lot now, but you can see there's a lot more rolly there. Pretty busy in there, but it was nice and calm. Made for a good night's sleep and far less stress. Yeah, nice bit of swell rolling in. So basically tomorrow we're going to be tacking out probably in, I would say we won't be far off, aiming out there to the rock on our first tack for maybe 3 miles out that way, and then we'll put another tack in and beat out. Hopefully by that time we can clear Ferry Head by some distance. I'd like to be clear by at least 2 miles, and then we can bear away down the coast on the reach, and then we can get down past Start Point before we bear away onto a run for 55 miles across the Falmouth. What about you, my Polish crew? What are you thinking about the sail tomorrow?
It's going to be a little rocky, but I'm looking forward.
Good, that's good. Are you taking any seasickness precautions?
Yeah, I won't have breakfast not to puke on my captain.
Okay, any others? Any other seasickness precautions?
Well, I won't be making food under the deck if it's too rocky.
Okay,
Woohoo!
Thanks for nearly telling me I was about to get a soaking. You'd like to see that happen, wouldn't you? Well, it's been a pretty cool stop in Brixham, hasn't it? I really enjoyed this place.
I really enjoy the town, and the walks around are fantastic.
And we've seen the sun, rain, and a nice big gale blow through. So we've had a good mix, really. And we caught a lovely fish off those rocks over there, which we had for dinner. I never feel good about taking a life. Oh my goodness, he was tasty. Next time on Adventure Now, we leave Brixham and make the 83 nautical mile journey to Falmouth. We generate the kind of interest that we have become used to by now. We find a truly spooky creek full of people's broken dreams. And then we leave the town of Falmouth and head further inland and find peace, beauty, tranquility, and a few surprises. It would have been better if I was wearing a wolf's costume or something. Don't look very scary in my shorts and t-shirt. As usual, thank you very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. And stay tuned for the next episode. Altor out. Well, after turning off a lovely country lane, we walked through. Well, this is Mark reporting live from Brixham Harbour, where we've had a huge gale late. There is carnage. We're the only survivors, us and seagulls. Have a look around, Asher. There's no one else here. Hello? Have a look around.
Hello. Yes.
Right, are we going?
Yes, we are going.
Okay.
Are you over with your little tantrum?
Huh?
Are you over with your little tantrum?
Yeah, I was just after a bit of communication.
Okay.
Pick one and stick with it, Asher. What you? Say?
What you?
No, what you? What you looking at, you mug? Try that.
What you looking at, you mug?
Yeah, you've got to like open up a bit, like, know what I mean? Don't pronounce anything like.
Splash in my face.